recap, and a go. Ready?
You good?
Okay, so last session we started, sorry, with defeating the Lady of Flowers, and not Lady, we go back. We defeated Nesnara, and her brother showed up and kind of interjected before we could kill her. But the first confrontation was Red when he went to investigate the chapel. He was confronted by the Lady of Flowers, who asked him to become her champion because we defeated 2 of her champions already. A high investigation roll determined she was an illusion, but was something different, like a copy or a projection of something more whole. Red liked it kind of like his own situation, but not quite. She also revealed that Kepler doesn't follow her, but she has Savannah. Red rejected her. She disappeared and didn't, but insinuated she'll be back. In the locked room, we found Mortimer's cousin. He was wounded, but we got him back on his feet. And then after some discussion, the other group between Pyro, Lycan would be there, and Destiny, that they decided to keep Desnar alive under Faras's care to rehabilitate her. However, we don't want her to kind of be around us anymore. Destiny checked her future through her ability, so it was gray. I mean, not yet determined if she'll be a good or bad influence. And through some DM prompting, we figured out that the sending message that was caused by the earlier combat when we killed the minion when he discovered the Forge of Spells wasn't directed at Neznar, so there's likely another force on their way to exploit that knowledge. So that made us all rush to the Forge of Spells, and we forged Fiend Bane, the Bastion of Fiend Bane, which is a shield to ward the Phandalin fort, and it took 8 hours of crafting with Arcana rolls between Destiny and Red, while the rest of the group rested and leveled up. With the time passed, we tried to make a way to the exit, and thought that going to the original exit to the south might make sense. Ran into a whole bunch of, first of all, Sturges that Queen killed, filled with poison. Then we killed a whole bunch of undead, and it ended with us discovering a teleportation circle, which seems unconnected to any other point. So it can basically teleport you anywhere at will, which is quite dangerous if the enemy gets a hold of it. So we are at the impasse of, should we leave now? Should we not? Lycan can dispel it, but that might maroon him there. And what do we do about the twins? One extra point I'd like to add that I didn't get to add at the end of the last session, that before we go through the teleportation circle, we should probably take Mortimer's other cousin, the dead one, so he at least has the body of his other family member, which the body's not far away from where we are.
You'd be able to do so quite easily without an issue.
Yeah, I just wanted to like quickly get that errand done before we forget about it.
And so we're done with the forge then. It's all used up.
The forged is completely exhausted. We've taken all the magic out of it to forge the spell, the shield.
Cool. So we're done. We're definitely leaving then. We've got no other business here.
Well, we've got the enemy, the forces of the Lady of Flower coming here. They're on their way, so.
But she can't use the forge because we've expended it.
But she doesn't know that we've done that.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Just making sure there's no loose ends to tie up.
Yep, and the danger is
All right.
them finding the portal, because this is an ancient one, and this one works off of visual memory. So as long as you know where you want to go, it takes you there. It's unlike modern teleportation circles that require a start and an end point, and therefore if they look for the forge, if they happen to find this instead, they could pop up wherever they wanted to at a moment's notice and overwhelm.
Yeah, they can teleport their whole force into our fort.
Yeah, so obviously the play is to get rid of the portal for when they show up here. Can Lycan study the, I don't know if it's like got runes or whatever on the bottom? What am I trying to say? Sigils that are showing that it can be turned back on?
You can attempt to decipher how long, and probably assume with an Arcana check, how long the circle would probably take in terms of effort and time.
I can help you with that if you want to roll. Because I've got Arcana.
Does that give me advantage?
Yes.
Advantage +1, because I've got a special book.
Yep, he's got the book. So he gets the +1 even on 8 checks. So you're able to roll 8 and then factor a +1 on top of the results. So that's a 19. You're able to distinguish that this ancient magic, the actual probably necessary steps of it to your understanding, are most likely lost to time. This looks like it took about 10 wizards and countless amount of hours getting the exact precise measurements of the world itself, you're presuming given its size, in order to be able to pinpoint so accurately based on the creature who steps in's visual memory, meaning it's able to detect thoughts and then use that to teleport them via thoughts. It's not something that you get the feeling that can be replicated anymore without insider knowledge, nor is it probably able to be redone with that information. Only creatures that have lived at that time or ancient knowledge would have to be necessary in order to redo this. You would also note with the symbols and glyphs that there is some form of mechanism baked into it that if a dispel were to occur upon it, that it burns itself out, leaving no trace of it. By what looks to be
So if
design.
it was dispelled,
Yes.
it would be gone for good
Yeah,
then.
it looks like there's an intentional backdoor or intentional failsafe would be more accurate that these creators had baked into the fabric or the code of the spell, that if they needed to remove this so it wouldn't fall into enemy hands, they would be able to dispel it, but it looks like they never got the chance to before this place was invaded in the past.
All right. Lycan will turn to Faras, and he will say, "Where do you intend on taking her?" Pointing to what's her face.
The roads take us for now, until I can realign her ambitions. As he looks towards her, she kind of looks almost like she tries to give off this high and mighty look towards the party, but then she kind of looks towards her brother, and it looks almost like a little sister, kind of like looking at like a nah, kind of like look to it, a much more childish expression, like she's trying to say try to change my mindset, but not in a harsh way. But as soon as she matches her glare back at you, the kind of drow poker face stare will gleam back with anger, as he will say, probably no place for long to be safe from influences.
Lycan will look at Red to see if he is okay with that. They try and catch his vibe and how he feels about that.
Well, we already went through this all last session. Yeah, we're okay with it.
So you'd see that he's content,
Okay.
at least from
Very
that
Yeah,
insight.
we're satisfied that he's going to take her, and we owe him a favor anyway for helping us twice with Glassstaff, and then now this. He didn't have to help us, and he has.
Yeah, so they push back their concerns to, for the sake of equalizing their debt in the situation.
very well. He'll walk to his party. He'll say, "I think just assume that we've gone and fetched Mortimer's cousin already."
Yes, that would be implied. You're good.
Yeah. I will make my own way back to the fort. I will stay behind and seal this away to protect the citizens of Phandalin. I owe you and the people who passed that much.
Do you want a steed for yourself?
I believe the only way out is through the water, so I don't know if it'll be of much help.
Does the phantom steed hover or fly or not?
I'm
Let me
double
just check
checking
it
that
out.
for you already. I was one step ahead of you bringing it up just to be safe.
And also, do I have to go under the water to escape? It's like a cave, or can I just float past it?
You will be able to swim up to a certain point, is what you're able to see with your perception from previous. There is a portion where you'll have to go deep under the water to get through one portion of the cave to the other. Then make your route from there, away from there.
Okay. Because I do have to levitate, but I wonder if I have to go in. But I have to, obviously.
For us, we'll be able to give you an explanation, because that's how he got in, and he evaded those creatures below. So he would be able to at least give you a path to get to the other portion of the cave that would lead you out as well.
Like in nods and thanks for us.
This doesn't look like the steed can
No,
does it's
it doesn't.
but I could summon one anyway that he could use as a distraction.
He could, yeah, you could send it into the water intentionally to cause a splash on one side and like muffle the waves that he might be emitting when he's swimming through the water. At the very least.
So I'll summon you a phantom steed, and then you can command it to do whatever you'd like.
Thank you, my friend. That will be helpful, I'm sure. Lycan will walk up to Red, and he'll reach out his hand.
I believe you are clipping at the moment, Reed.
You just cut out during the RP moment.
He'll reach out his hand for like a handshake.
Oh, okay. I'll extend my hand and shake it. Be well, be safe. I'll see you soon at the fort.
I hope to see you when I can. I know the journey is not too far, but it is far enough. Safe
And then
travels.
I will say not a greeting, like a departure expression in Undercommon too, because I'm quarter drow, so at least I understand some of the abilities you're using. Well, Kepler was
He
quarter drow.
nods respectfully. And then Lycan will walk up to Cat Kalor, Nukalor, and he will say, I'm sorry for the mistrusting you earlier. Clearly you are just as capable, if not more capable, than your predecessor.
Kalora will just give a small smile, and I'll just reach for a handshake. Good luck on your journey.
You as well. Keep them safe. And he gestures to other party members.
And I'll also lean into the ear a bit. I won't tell the dwarf about your lying.
Lycan looks you straight in the face and says, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, well, if you're not back in a day, we'll return here and look for you.
Not necessary. I will find my own way.
Okay.
How far away was this from the fort, really?
I think it's like 3 days or like a
Yeah.
week.
No, it took us a day to ride from the. I can't remember, DM.
It was 3 days, but you're stacking those phantom steeds, and it's how you got
yeah.
it down to a day. But normal human travel should suggest 3 days,
That
but phantom
was a good
steed
spell
wombo
break.
combo allows you to get it down to a day.
So who's going first? He looks at the two groups.
Or also say he can go if it will make you feel safer using it.
Yes. I don't want, and I secretly don't want to. Like if Neznara gets up to funny business, it's just like in there.
So he will kind of grab his sister and motion them both in, as he seems to kind of take his hand to the side of her face, and he seems to kind of like put his head towards hers, and as that happens, then they stand in the middle, and they both then disappear, as if he was trying to relay a location to think of.
I'll step into the middle. And I'll ask Mortimer's cousin to come on in too.
He will move over to join.
All right. Rest of us, come on in. Let's go. And then I think I'll imagine the like the fort around the campfire.
Mm-hmm. I imagine everyone would have had similar thoughts, or within the same realm of thought, to be moved. Now, Nandro will state that he does not know where the fort is, but he will go towards Phandalin and follow your directions from there to meet
Oh,
up
so
with
he
you.
could shoot. He can't
It's a
just appear where
visual.
we want.
It's a visual thing. He has to be able to. He has to have seen or be able to see a picture of like a painting, or something like that, to
What about if he
visualize where he's going.
visualizes his uncle?
A location on individual.
Oh. What about his uncle's cart? Does he know what that looks like?
It's still not a location, right?
Yeah, the cart would be at a location, but it is not the location. You're thinking like
Well,
a
with
tower
relativity, how
or...
do we know the cart is not the location and the world is?
Yeah, you could. I mean, you know, the cart is the
Those-
main story, and everyone's just a side character in its
Yeah.
reality.
Those damn 10 wizards didn't know jack shit.
Nope. They didn't think about quantum entanglement. Is that even there, or is it not there? Have we perceived it yet?
Well, with relativity, that checks out, man. Everything's relative. But okay. Okay.
Anyway.
Well, maybe. Oh shoot. Maybe we need to look after him, like teleport ourselves. Like, what does Queen think of?
Queen would...
Head
That is
empty,
true.
no thought.
This is a new one
Queen
as
travels the
well.
plains.
Like,
Because what previous your version of Calor now has already been to the fort.
yeah, and not
So
Phandalin.
right, so you would not be able to go to Well, no, because you still retain the memories as we had discussed of the
Oh yeah,
previous.
yeah.
So you do have access to visualize it, and I would imagine
What?
you wow, because you recreate your Steel Defender every time when it gets destroyed. I don't imagine there's any. It literally just destroys the previous incarnation of it. I don't know if it would transfer anything that it hasn't seen.
Does
I mean,
it even have memory?
I
Does it
don't.
like?
Yeah, I don't know if it even would be able to handle that. Like, it can obey simple orders. I would imagine that because of how this is designed, it would simply have to be rebuilt, and the other one gets evaporated. So, like, technically speaking, the defender could be left with Lycan until you rebuild one that'll just come back to you, and the other one just gets dissolved, as in the text states. Or if Lycan's able to get out the defender, then it would just regroup with you afterwards.
And another question: if I summoned another steed and had
Mhm.
Mortimer's cousin get on it, would it teleport with him because it's a spell?
It would,
Steed doesn't think.
The steed would have to be an object to be considered warned by the creature. Otherwise, if you teleport, just like if you not thunderstep, if you misty step, but you're holding a person, that person still falls on the ground where you misty stepped, rather than taking them with you.
Okay. All right. Just trying to see
You're good.
the limitations of this. All right, we're gonna have to
Yeah,
just go with
it is
the
an
closest
ancient
thing we can figure
spell with
out.
very rigid things, so working your minds on it was a little bit of part of the charm.
All right, let's figure it out. So I'm gonna go for the middle of the fort. What I'll say once we get to the fort is because I'm exhausted to hell, I won't be able to do anything. I will inform the guard or whoever's there on patrol that they need to send someone out to go look for Mortimer's cousin near Phandalin. And Kelor and I will just Kelor could go with him because he's fully rested. I'll need to just rest. Destiny will need to rest too because she's tapped out.
Mm.
So it will
All
be
right,
Lycan taking the river, Destiny, and Red going to the fort, and Color and the dwarf, and will be going to the outside of Phandalin and making their way back to the fort from there, having someone go to regroup, and then Lycan and Queen will try to make their way out via the water path. And if worst case scenario, Queen can be rebuilt if had to be used as a secondary distraction as well.
Mm.
That way increases Lycan's chances. He'll have a steed as a distraction and a steel defender to buy him more time to get to the other side, since he won't be able to teleport.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just wondering. He wouldn't need light. I was just thinking of seeing if I can infuse an item, just as a distraction or something like that.
well, you could give him a little light so he could be found easier.
Magical tinkering, that's what it was. Okay, what I'll do is actually no, that's 10 feet away. Okay, that's barely anything. Because I was going to do like a coded message to help Queen just like distract enemies enough as well.
Yeah, I would say you'd be able to basically relay at least a command, and that says, defend Lycan, and it would be able to at least
Yeah.
hold on to that single command. Is how I'd picture how that creature would interact naturally. Because you have to command it to do things every round in combat, otherwise it takes a dodge action. So I imagine naturally you have to continuously command this thing, otherwise it would forget to do anything and just remain motionless. So I would think if you can convey the last command to be defend Lycan until you see me, it'll continue to defend Lycan until it perishes or sees you again. And to be able to follow him.
Yeah.
For simplicity's sake, we'll say that is how it functions.
Yeah.
In
I'll just
context.
grab like a small rock, just have that magical tinkering, keep Lycan safe, and then would Queen hold it, or just like there's a special compartment, shove it up his ass?
There might be a chest compartment, like Iron Man style. It just like shows like a beam of light, like a lantern, in his chest that it can also like close. Like a little. They can like light the area and then unlight it while you're underwater.
Well,
Gotta go
here's
in
the
those
thing:
glass.
Lycan
Gotta
doesn't
go in
really
those
need
glass
light, right?
compartments. Well, no, like yeah.
So
But yeah, for something like that you could do. But yes, you would be able to at least place it in the contract to be able to follow the command and have the item as well.
okay. I feel.
Let's go.
Yeah, I feel Kalor and a little guest here should probably go first. And then Destiny and Red teleport out, and then yeah, we'll see how we go from there.
Engage. Energize. That's what they say in Star Trek.
Okay.
Red,
So
can you step out of the circle? Kind of want to use this.
yeah, I
Circle.
can't teleport till you're out of the circle. There's rules here.
You
There's
know, 10
contingencies in
wizards made these
place.
fucking rules.
They never agreed on a single thing. It's all over the place. That one even
I have
left
to
his
think of.
signature. Why are you even using watermark in our runes?
They use if-else statements. Who the hell uses if-else statements?
This is an infinite loop. Are we sure we're safe? This is clearly a print. Where's the return? No.
All right, I'm gonna have to
Anyway.
remove curse on you now, DM, for your jokes.
Right. Sounds about right. I'm looking at 2 weeks worth of Python to get down.
I
So
got 3 spell slots for the remove curse to just take all the nonsense out of this party.
sounds about right. You get a removal. You get a removal. Everyone but Destiny, because Destiny says, "Oh, I'm fine," and then because of the effect of magical creatures, goes right by. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I'm on the wrong side to do that. All right. Perfect. Let's see. I'm gonna bring you to the fort, but we're just gonna do more or less theater of the mind as you guys are moving around, doing things. If it will be nice enough to get me back to the fort. Roll20 updated a few things, and now has made other things more quote-unquote fun.
Oh
Than they
my
used to
god.
be.
Okay, no.
And
Just
it's not on
flashbang me for a
fire.
second.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, might just flashbang the screen for a second, but it's stable.
Who's Mazza Field Soldier?
Mazza?
She's
Mazza's the
great. I
black.
had to talk with her
Yeah,
once.
Mazza's the blacksmith apprentice that I was talking about Lycan in the past.
Oh, I was like, who the heck's taking over town?
Who's on that watch post? I don't know that one. Yeah, that's apprentice blacksmith.
Okay. Oh, we've teleported so far that I've reverted back to my old face.
Yeah, me too.
Let me fix that for us real quick as well. Oh, OBS took over. New face. Lycan, I'm just gonna put an X on you just for visual sake.
Oh, he's dead.
He doesn't make it back. He
He's
dies
spontaneously
off
combusted.
screen.
And Destiny, we're gonna put in the GM layer. So not
Well,
tempting.
meta-wise, we would know if Lycan did or didn't make it if a new level 7 character arrives at the gates.
Hey guys, I just was wondering if you guys needed some more assistance. I just happened to be in
I
the
was
neighborhood.
I was just picking berries in the woods and happened upon this nice fort.
I saw you're missing a slot. I thought I could fill that for you.
Yeah, I saw that help wanted poster on the front of the fort. What
You know,
help wanted?
I was waking up one morning and I saw this giant gold question mark above this location, and I followed it through the woods, and sure enough, it's still there. But it started flashing when you guys came back. What's going on? RPG, like no one knows it's an RPG, but there's clearly RPG elements. It's all just NPCs playing their story, not realizing that it's designed for players.
Talking to a bunch of NPCs and sees the party and is like, "Excuse me, I've just seen someone more interesting."
Oh, that's funny. This is the this is the old Kalor. We should. I've taken everything out and put it into a separate document. I can probably just delete old Kalor's fucking.
You never know. He'd come back as an enemy or something.
Oh no, he's level 5 with 4 rogue
Yeah.
fighter. Scary.
Not gonna lie, old Kalor's not that big of a threat to us.
That's fine. Okay, we're in. We're in. Let's play some D&D. That fuck around.
There we go. Now that should be tracking the right one.
All right, we have a goblin in the camp.
He's been vibing. You thought he might have left? He was not. He's just chilling. But no, in reality, one second. I'm just gonna mask that character color to backup. Not mask, but I'm gonna relocate that old
Okay.
one into the backup character section, and then
Can I just adjust Chalice into something that's
yeah,
real?
that could work. Or if you have
Yeah,
full,
I'm
if you have full
gonna make
access
a
on that
new
one.
character, guys, just temporarily, while Lycan's off running home. But I don't think I'm going to be able to play them this session, but I'm just going to be making them during the session. That's not good time management, I know. I'm sorry. But yeah, you guys hang out. I'll be here.
So with that in mind, as Color would be able to regroup the brother and the party, minus 2 technically, because the queen is with, you'll be able to notice a few things have changed. I just need to grab Dendro.
We were only gone for a day and a bit, right?
Yes, because you were able to speed up the travel, so you've only spent that more or less 2 days worth of time
Yeah.
is the
Okay.
time you spent. So you're closing in on 2 days. I would say at this point you'd be the night of the second day that you
All right.
have been out for time relevancy. And then roll 20 is turning into a turtle. So
My favorite.
we will say that for sake of the argument, Nendro's token is here, and he's going to interact with Mortimer, but it will probably not be updated on the map for a moment until it stops screaming in agony. So we'll stay theater of the mind at the moment until the PC itself decides to respond properly, because it is continuously unresponsive. But as you make your way back, I would say that it would be Red and Destiny who would make their way back first. So we'll start with those interacting with the fort first. At that point, you would teleport back to the fort. You would notice people are extremely shocked as you just materialize, because this is completely foreign to their understanding, as it was ancient knowledge from before within the Forgotten Realms itself. And you would be able to notice that there is a lot more ruggedness to each of them in terms of, it looks like some of their clothing has been cut. There's some visible signs of some of the people walking around with bandages, things of that nature in the area, and almost like a general, like there is, how would they articulate that? The sorrow and somber mood that has already been expressed for them being kicked out of their home has now turned into some sort of paranoia. And that you appearizing material out of nowhere seem to only heighten that, and you are kind of feeling this angst energy. Alright, the sense of anxiety building in the air itself. And a sense of relief that it's not something else, but someone that they know. Then a sense of confusion takes over. You appear right next to Dareth as he was seemingly asking someone to help them move a log, as he just turns completely wide-eyed, as there are now 2 people standing in front of him.
We return. I'm holding the shield, I
1 second.
suppose.
There we go. My audio just died. Please repeat. Sorry for that.
I say we return, and I'll be holding this Fiend's Bane shield.
And he will kind of look and say, "Oh, how did I guess I probably shouldn't ask. Uh, what is the Fiendbane shield? I've Never heard of such a thing, but it does look like an artifact of sorts.
First off, you've been under attack, haven't you?
Not by what you would probably expect, but also what you would. It's hard to
The
explain.
ogres?
No. Goblins. But not raiders.
How do you mean? Then what?
Where are the others?
I'll explain what happened.
I'll say, maybe it would be best to have some tea and some food from your excursion while we wait for everyone else, and by then we can explain the strange occurrences that have been happening. Everyone's a bit on their guard.
For that, Mortimer, over here, quickly.
You will notice as you've turned, Nundro has already kind of ran and tackled Mortimer like a football tackle while laughing. There's like a painful expression, but also a joyous one as he's teary-eyed.
I didn't think he appeared in the fort. I thought he appeared somewhere else.
Oh no, he's not with you. Sorry, he's not with you. You're Destiny. Sorry, mind blanked because the roll 20 crashing has got me mixed up. He's with you're Destiny. That's the second person. Sorry.
Yeah. So I'm gonna call Mortimer over quickly with his
All right.
horses.
He will move
And I'll
over.
explain to him. I said,
Okay, it's working.
like I have good news and bad, and I'll hand him the body of his dead nephew.
Cousin, yeah. He will begin to kind of, you can see his face stifling up and welling, but he's trying to hold it in as best as he can, and he'll try to ask as much as he can under his breath. And the other?
He is alive, but you must go to him quickly. He's in Phandalin.
That is a dangerous place to be right now.
It is the only place he could be. We used an ancient teleportation circle, and I relied on your knowledge of the area. That's the closest thing he knew of. So we must send out scouts and retrieve him now.
Dareth will chime in and say, I'll take a few of the lads, and Zorbo can also help us as well.
I'm in no shape to fight. I need to rest. Destiny as well. Excuse me if I won't be able to follow you.
No worries, friend. We'll be able to look after it. You've already done enough work to help us.
So I'm assuming they're gonna rally out and go and figure out what's going on.
Dareth will go and send a few people to retrieve, but you did hear Mortimer refer to Phandalin as a dangerous place, and to your knowledge, currently it should be abandoned. But Darren will begin to kind of call over Zorbo, which is the goblin's name, as he has now received one from the people. And he is seemingly at least trusted enough by Darren to go alongside a few of the other militiamen that they've scrounged up from the locals that survived. That Darren seems to have been trying to train up as best he could, using some of the old supplies from the fort itself. And they go to head out to try to find Kalor and Nandoro.
And Kalor is not here then.
Correct.
Yeah,
Kalor went with Nundro, so he wouldn't be alone because Kalor had the most vitality.
Gotcha. So I will, so I will, as Red, go inside to rest, but use a little bit of my downtime to identify the items we found.
Okay. And then if you can send me
I'm
the list of
basically
which ones send me the list of ones you want to identify within the 2 hour span. If you're not going to use spell slots, then just post those for me and I can give those back to you. And then you will notice.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
You'll notice while he steps, or you're stepping away, Red, you'll notice Mortimer will kind of motion to Kalor for a moment, and he'll Destiny. Sorry, his tokens here I didn't mark with an X because it's reloading. That's why I think he's there but not there. He'll look to Destiny for a moment, um, and seem to ask her something, and then she just seems to shrug and continue to walk, following Red to go wind down and kind of relax. But it seems like there was some sort of exchange that had occurred between the two. And then with that, Kalor, you would find yourself on the outskirts of Phandalin, as best you're able to both picture together with Nundro. You will notice that there is movement within inside Phandalin, and for a second you might thought it was some of the commoners, maybe like the survivors coming back. There was the group of people from the miners expedition that left before and disappeared. At first you might think it's them from your memories. However, you do see that these figures are very short, about 3 feet tall, wearing cloaks and some sort of helmet, maybe. They have elongated heads under the cloak, or helmets that are like large and pointy underneath their cloaks. And they are shifting through the Phandalin for some reason. They haven't noticed you. You're kind of towards the tree line and able to move back further from it.
Did the guy teleport with me?
Yes, he is. He's right next to you.
Okay,
He
that's
looks
good.
very visibly confused, and how like he knew he was gonna get there, but now he's here. He's like, he looks like he has more questions than answers to what just happened, like successfully.
I will look to him, just fingers on my lips, like shush, and I'll just signal to move back a bit, like try and find a hiding place.
Okay, he will nod and move into the bushes with you as well.
Okay. How close am I to like the general direction of the fort? Like
Uh,
the road out, pretty
it's
much.
it's a half a day on foot travel from the previous area, so it's far enough where it's clearly out of line of sight of Phandalin. So once you're past the tree line, it doesn't look like these creatures are going into the woods. You feel like as long as you're able to sneak away into the tree line further, that you could walk normally back to the fort. It doesn't seem like those creatures are doing anything but exploring Phandalin at the moment without anyone to stop them. It doesn't
Yeah, I'll
necessarily look
just
like they're raiding either. It's not like they're picking apart from the houses and taking wood or lumber or anything like that they might steal, jewelry or anything left behind from the forts. They seem to be just scanning around the area.
yeah. I'll just say, I'd rather not have any confrontations, friendly or no, with just myself. My memories tell me where the fort is, so let's try and at least meet them halfway. Hopefully, Red has put some sort of watch for me or us. Sorry. Yeah.
Uh, I have an idea, actually, I should have thought of while I'm sitting on my rest. If I cast a Phantom Steed, could I send it to Phandalin to find them?
You could. It'd be able to catch them much quicker than they'd be able to travel on foot.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So you do that before identifying. And then
Yeah, well, I've identified 2 or 3 things plus the horse. That takes me 40 minutes.
let's see.
10 minutes for the horse.
So with that, I would say it probably takes you maybe 10 minutes to get to them, or maybe less than an hour to get to them. The time would take them, it'd be an hour. I would say half a day is where the travel is sped up. We'll say roughly an hour. That they'd be walking over and back, and then the horse would be looking for them on the path as you would eventually cross, and you would see the Phantom Steed there, or yeah, close to. So you'd be able to use it to get further. It would take you less time, noticeably.
And I'll just see her, and she's like, he really loves that damn spell. As I just help him get on the horse.
Okay. So, with that in mind, we can say that the two of you have regrouped with the others. As that happens, I will also send over the identified items that you've been able to identify during that time. You have also been able to take your long rest during this time till the next morning. And that is
I'm
when
just gonna keep resting because I have to do 2 long rests to get rid of my exhaustion.
it seems like you have enough time to take as much downtime as you need as well.
Yeah.
I need to find a good place for the shield. So I think attuning with it. I don't know if Kalor or I want to attune with it. I'll probably attune with it first. If that's all right, and then I'll find a place for it, maybe in the dungeon below.
Could. So, with that, you would be able to rest during that time. And at some point during said rests, you would be able to chat with Duran, where he will inform you of the strange happenings within Phandalin since. And with that, let me see if I can quickly log back into Roll20. I'm just going to switch the browser and see, because it does seem like Firefox is working, but Chrome itself might be having an issue with handling Roll20
Cool.
at the moment. So I'm just going to see if we can get that fixed. And then we're going
When
to...
you get a minute too, can you throw the music on? I keep forgetting that it's not going.
Oh, it was not even on. Yep.
1 second.
I was like, there's something missing.
Yeah, it was just strangely quiet. I'm not hearing the sound that dulls out the audio, dulls in the background. Okay, yep, I can do that for you real quick. 1 second. There we go. And then music channel. There we go. It should be available, and there should be an audio track playing now. Hopefully. It's gonna add to playlist. Okay, that room had crashed for some reason. Let me try again. Let me try to switch.
It's working for me.
It's working for you and not for me. That's weird. It wouldn't even allow me to add it to the playlist.
You're playing Tense Path, right? That's what's playing for me.
But yeah, that's what should be playing. For me, it doesn't even want to work. That's weird. Let me try to just create a new one on Opera and see if I can get it to work there. That way it's also playing for me so I can track the other playlists. Yeah, because it's not even generating. Or allow me to log back to the room. I wonder what it is, because the internet's just fine. But it seems like certain browsers just don't want to interact at the moment. Apologies for the tech issues. I'll try to get sorted real quick. Oh, good. Let's see. So that should be able to launch the game now. I should be able to hopefully interact with things as well. Watch together is just not working for me at the moment. It's trying to generate a room, but I can't get into a room. Let me see if I can just rejoin via the key that I put in the music channel. Hopefully I can get in that way. It says the room itself does not exist.
I'm in it. I'm in the new one now.
Yeah, but for some reason it doesn't. It tells me it does not exist, even though you're in it and listening to the audio, and it will not allow me to create a new instance of a room, even though I switch browsers.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I might just have to. I would just recommend. I'll just mention the audio to be playing, but for now it is
Sure, and
Ted's
I'll
path.
switch.
That is
All
what I
right.
would be playing. Well, I'll see
All
if
right.
I can
Yeah.
get that fixed.
It's not a priority. Like, if just tell me what track, and I'll flip it on.
I'll
And if
just
it gets to
paste over the
combat music,
tracks.
I just put on Baldur's Gate 3 combat music or something.
Yep. Alright. Gonna have that in the background like it should have been, and then go here and I will get you the list. Let's see. So for staff arm, I'll put this in additional lore for you. Okay, that will be staff's arm, urinate dagger.
So that's all my notes that we found. I mean, the stuff around the forge. He already told us what it did. Like but it was all kind of worn out magic items. Unfortunately, no spell scrolls, no ink. For a place called the Forge of Spells. Kind of lacking in the spells.
It was severely ransacked and destroyed by orcs, similar to the destruction of Alexandria in that regard. A lot of lost knowledge. Improvised, that's the word I was looking for. And then the blacksmith will be able to unlock the chest, and you'll be able to find. One moment, I will grab that for you. Yeah, just as clarification, Glassstaff's arm can replace a lost arm, has the ability to make a magical cannon blast up to a proficiency bonus of dexterity 15-foot cone of 48 force damage upon failure, half on success. Nezra's ornate dagger increases necromancy spells by an additional die, which could be false life for increasing temporary hit points, or it could be for necromancy damaging spells.
Or like Wither and Bloom and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Do you need to have it attuned and like holding it to work?
Does not require attunement. It just needs to be on your person when casting. It does not need to be in your hand either.
Nice. Oh, well, actually, Spirit Shroud is a necromancy spell.
Yes.
That is amazing. I'm stealing that.
The battle axe haft. It was a magical +1 maintained magical improvement item, but is unable to be used otherwise an improvised weapon. It still maintains its magical property for damage, however. So if you happen to not have a magic weapon and the creature required it, you could use this as an improvised weapon to at least deal the magical to bypass.
I might give that to the blacksmith then, as a gift. You know, something to
Yep.
work off of if they wanted to craft something new out of it.
Sure. In the small like chest, let me go back and find that real quick.
Are you two okay with me grabbing that dagger?
I have a gun. Don't. I think that answers almost all future weapon questions, really.
All right, yeah, and I didn't think anyone else was going to be doing necromancy spells.
You will
Yeah.
find
You're good.
190 electrum pieces, 130 gold pieces, 15 platinum pieces, 9 small gemstones worth 10 gold pieces each, and a dwarven ale mug made of hammered electrum, estimated by the blacksmith to be roughly 80 gold. I will type that out as well for you in just a moment.
All right, I'll throw it in our bag.
So, 9 small gemstones each. Trum 80 GP. There you go. That was within the safe.
All right, I'll put that in our notes for our loot.
Yep. With
Good
that, it does
steal.
seem that I won't be able to use additional features on Roll20 at the moment, but I am able to at least move things around and have it track that. So if we do need to switch map, I can at least be able to do so for the time being. Then with that, let's see. Mortimer, Darian, Zorbo be here. Valor will be there as well. As conversations are taking place, Destiny will be there as well in Schrodinger's cat, and Lycan will still be on his making his way. As that is underway, on Lycan's end, the party will be chatting around the table, as Darian will begin to note off a few things that have been happening in recent days. As he will say, we've begun to notice items missing, even a short few hours. Small things. Then other things. We've noticed dug up holes scattered around the fort. We thought it was a wild animal. But then someone spotted a goblin with a bright green head jumping over the fort wall. It was escaping. We are not entirely certain what their aim is, but they are flipping everything else that we have finally started to establish as a temporary home in search of it. Luckily, there is some aid that we were unexpecting to occur. A dwarven woman and her bodyguard. Sorry, I've got it stuck in my throat for a second. He'll say Gwyn Orsong. She is a researcher, acolyte, and she was ready to visit Phandalin in order to investigate the situation that was happening in the mines previously, only to figure out that it was dangerous to go there. She's very keen with sigils and tattoos, but she has gone with her bodyguard to investigate the situation unfolding. They seem to have found more of them, are few people willing to volunteer as scouts around Phandalin to collect home treasures, things of that heritage items, but we have been unable to do so successfully because these creatures are moving around. They don't seem to act like normal goblins. They are more intelligent, at the very least. They're not even pillaging our supply, our homes, except for to look for things.
And they've been spotted in the fort.
Yes, not attacking or harming anyone, but we have noticed items missing. Small things. Some metal, some wood. They tend to be color of black. In terms of the items themselves missing. Small enough to fit within a creature's hand. With observations so far that Gwen has been able to deduce. But she'll probably be able to fill it on more what her thought is after she comes back from her investigation.
And she's in Phandalin by herself.
No, she is with another. A bodyguard that didn't really introduce themselves all too well and kept to themselves. But they seem to be at least good folk to my understanding. I've read enough people, given my years. They didn't seem to have any ill intention except for to let Gwen continue their search of things.
Did you have to use the dark herbs or wand of fireballs while we were away?
Luckily, we didn't have to. It does seem as though the orcs were carried off for some reason, or warded off without us having to intervene. Maybe the other creatures being around has caused them to look elsewhere for targets. Maybe in a way it helped us, but it's still a concern.
You don't mind if I have those herbs back?
Sure. He will gather them back and hand them to you.
All right. And then, if anyone wants the wand, I'm not fussed. If you want to have the wand, Kalor, you're like shooting things. Do you want a fireball wand?
Sure. Just pocket it.
You're not liking. He's got evasion now.
Yippee.
Okay, so the ogres seem to have got the message, but we have some strange goblins rummaging around. They've infiltrated the fort, so they know we're here. They're looking for something nearby. They're very interested in Phandalin. A dwarven scholar has shown up interested in the cave, and now they are looking around Phandalin trying to figure out what exactly.
She wanted to look into the mine, not the wave echo cave, but the
Oh,
mine
the
that was
actual
flooded.
mines. Okay.
The mine itself that was flooded with monsters in recent events. That's kind of been shut
I
down.
see.
That was from the beginning, one of those arcs.
And that's was by the mining guild that we never found.
Yes. And she wanted to look into that, but as soon as she started seeing these creatures, her curiosity got the better of her and she began investigating it. And that's what she's doing now. She head out with her bodyguard to investigate what this story is. Then she might go back to investigating the mines.
So let's be smart about this. Kalor, should you and I head to Phandalin and see what's going on? Have a look for ourselves.
See if we meet. Yeah, God, fuck's sake, my mind. Just reprocessing everything, rebooting. Yeah. Let's just see if these little curiosities are linked. But just the two of us, would that be all good?
Well, we can go on horseback. The spell that you don't like, but it seems to work.
I don't like what?
Never mind.
I just stated how you like that spell.
Well, it's when you're out in the wilderness, you don't get a lot of access to a lot of spells. Okay, so let's just have a look. I'm not too keen about this goblin. It makes me wish I'd written arcane lock into my book because I'd like to lock the dungeon now. Darren, can you make sure you double the watch? It might exhaust everybody, but we need to watch the entrance of that dungeon until we get back. Plus, we should have some guards joining us, hopefully within a week, that we sent off from Tithe. DM, you there?
Gone forever and a half.
I was internally muted. He was trying to explain that a few of the men have been sleep deprived, trying to rotate, taking additional shifts, but he'll see what he can scrounge up to make sure that it's being at least watched.
I mean, Destiny's not coming, so
Yeah, Destiny can watch the entrance. Sharpen her axe at the entrance.
hopefully I'll come back to see it destroyed.
Oh, and I'd like to ask as well if Mortimer has any herbs he can donate me. For kindness for recovering his. Not to say that I require reward, but I'd appreciate if he had any herbs to spare to bring back my familiar.
He will spare you 50 gold pieces worth of herbs that he had in his cart.
Wow, that's very kind. I'll thank
He's
him
extremely
immensely.
grateful for you being able to aid his, at least one of his cousins' return, and also being thoughtful enough to bring back the body of the other.
Yeah, that was worth 50 herbs right there. So 50 gold herbs. So I will, I'm just gonna add that. I'll add 4 lots of herbs now. I'll just call it familiar herbs. And I will use a portion then for, to get Kia back up.
Let's see. You're able
On
to
the
do
level
so.
up, DM, did I have to do a hit point roll or was that already done?
Yes, you should have done a hit point roll. You get
Can I
one
do
of-
an average?
You can do an average. Yep, you can average.
I'll just
If you roll, you re-roll one time if you get a 1. Otherwise, you
I'll just do
take
an average. I'll do an average, which is 4 at my class.
Then yeah, 4 plus con.
4 plus con is 7.
Alrighty.
Alright, cool.
So with that, do you take any additional downtime to make preparations, or would you like to begin heading outwards as soon as you're able to do so to find where Gwen the dwarf and her bodyguard is at?
I think we don't want to piss about. So I think we'll take a horse out to the edge of the town, like not at the limit of sight and sound. So we're like outside the edge, and then I think Kalor and I will kind of set up to see if we can kind of sneak closer, and then but I'll use Kia to just fly over the town, and I can look through its eyes and just tell me what I see.
Okay. You would see 24 of these strange goblins with these elongated heads under cloaks. Some of them don't seem to be fully wearing their cloaks, and you see this green pulsating and the elongated part of their skulls. They do not actually appear to be helmets or pointy hats under their cloaks, but extended skulls. They seem to be scrounging around the ground itself, looking in buildings, tossing things around, but they don't necessarily be intentionally trashing the place in like a fit of anger or destruction. They don't seem to be taking anything else, even if there is things of value there. They seem to be in search of something.
Kalor, should we make peaceful contact?
Well,
Well,
considering they outnumber us a bit too much for my liking.
Well, we could approach them on horseback and ride away if they are hostile.
Hmm.
But we'll make sure we
Uh,
ride away in a direction that's not towards the fort. Just make it looking like we're going somewhere else.
Both of you roll me a perception check as well.
Finally, not with disadvantage.
oh, hang on. That was with
Do you want
guidance.
do you want Kia to do the same?
Yes.
Oh, you
Is
get
that-
guidance on your perception check.
Yeah, because I totally forgot I had guidance.
Like we argued about it last session. I gotta turn my bless off as you're talking about that.
Yeah, but I'm doing that as well.
Okay. Would you
Then-
like Kia to do one as well, or is that just character
Um,
ones?
if you're peering through Kia's eyes, you would be doing your roll, but at advantage. If you're doing Kia separately, then Kia would do their roll at advantage. You would have your own individual roll.
Well, it depends when we were making it. I think we were just like talking about what we were gonna do next after we
As you're
had Kia
arriving
fly.
towards the village itself. So if you were already peering through the eyes as you just arrived, or if you were gonna wait to peer through the eyes, then that would determine how you would do it.
I was peering through the eyes as I flew over top.
So
not
I would roll
as I was
I would roll
approaching.
with advantage, but using your modifiers as you're perceiving through the creature.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
You would be able to notice with the 17 and with a 20 that to the north of you, around, if you were to go around the tree line, you could do so, travel in safety in the bushes. You could see on the other side, about 100 feet away, there is a dwarf, bluish robes, standing quite like next to a bush, trying to like somewhat be hiding but not fully, and seems to be taking notes on parchment about while examining the creatures there. There is someone behind, leaning against a tree, seemingly waiting for them to be done with what they're doing, looking to be the bodyguard that Darian had seemingly alluded to. And with that, read if you'd like to give a description of what this fellow looks like.
Oh, shit.
You could as well. So I'll bring up the image of the token as well for you.
If Roll20 wants to
Jeebus.
respond to my goddamn inputs, this is not 100% accurate to what he looks like. Just it's the closest thing I could find on the short notice. He is a dragonborn paladin, and he's a very scary-looking guy. He's black. He's got horns. He's covered in like paladin armor and shit. He looks intense. He's
From
just
a,
like
gl-
waiting there, I guess.
from a glance, can we tell, like, if he's a paladin or it's just...
Yeah, the armor would suggest that he is
I'd
at least
say
a,
yes.
I would say like a knight or a paladin would be an
Looks
easy
mighty.
deduction. He's got that smite look to
He's
him.
sitting on that tree, thinking like he's looking at designing 7 levels of his character real quick. He's thinking about
Okay.
his history of what he could have done to lead up to this point.
You should have just gone champion fighter. You would have been done in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'll just give a
And
quick
he'll-
glance to Red, just like... So, should we make contact, or...
Maybe give me one moment, and I'm going to just open up my grab a piece of paper, and just scribe a note.
Okay.
And just say, "Very nice to meet you. We are from the fort. We are making contact in the hopes of diplomacy. Please look after us if this doesn't go. Please help us if this doesn't go well." And I will get Kia to fly up and deliver that note to them on the other side.
Which one do you have Kia
Roll20
delivered to?
refuses to roll my HP.
I think probably the woman, considering
Okay.
she looks studious and the dragonborn looks
Mean.
Yeah, it looks too me. It doesn't look like you can
So,
read.
you would. Oh, well, might be right, might be wrong. But as she receives the letter while she's reading the parchment, you can see her eyes kind of light up even in the distance. You can see the curiosity. She snatches the letter and begins reading it. She'll look over to the Dragonborn, unable to hear exactly what she's saying, but she does speak to the Dragonborn, and she'll say, "Oh, look, we have company. That'll certainly make this more interesting. They're going to try to talk to them. What do you think will happen?"
She's talking to me, I assume.
Yes, you are correct.
Do I see these people sending their bird over to us?
I would imagine you see the bird kind of flying from the tree line, so you would know at least the general direction. But unless they try to reveal themselves directly to you, you get at least a fixed position of where they would be coming from due to the bird.
Yeah, just see what they want. Just don't get yourself killed.
That's what you're here for. And she'll say, "Well, I'll see what they conjure up. I'll continue to take notes. I do believe it's something small in nature that they are looking for. They're quite persistent. Most goblins would give up in frustration, but these ones, they think have a larger brain. Maybe the elongation of the skull is a suggestion of higher intellect that they normally do not possess. I wonder how they obtained it."
Okay. Oh, all right. Let's go figure it out. I guess. Let's go.
How is a dragon born a few words? It's like a dragon's got your tongue.
Again with the jokes. Okay, let's go talk to those people, and if they're goblins, I'll kill them.
Perfect. Okay. So for clarification, Reed, you wanted them to make their way around the tree line to speak with you first before you went to go speak with the goblins, or you wanted to speak with the goblins and have them at least informed of what you were trying to do. That way they could at least try to assist in the situation if it went south.
I'm gonna go around the tree first and see who these people are.
But just to clarify your intention, Red, with the letter, were you referring them to go south over to your position, or having them like kind of stay and waiting in case your diplomacy
No,
goes bad?
I'm not asking them to do anything. I'm just informing them of our intentions,
Okay.
so they can intervene if they feel safe to do so.
Okay. You will see that the Dragonborn kind of like shifts in the bushes, kind of get in a different position, like he becomes more alert and aware. The dwarf, however, is still writing. She's like gone straight back into it, taking as much notes as she can. She definitely seems to at least read what you were mentioning, but you don't see any sense of urgency coming from her either. That what do you do?
Let's move. Let's ride up.
Okay. I will like stand like at least a few, not like too far, but like I'd say 30 feet from Red. Just like I'm at least. I don't have many melee capabilities right now.
No, I'm gonna. So you're on your own horse.
Yeah, no. I'm just like staying like a couple feet
Yeah,
away
yeah,
from
yeah.
you.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I'll be the face. I'll say hi.
Okay. So with that,
Let me just check my spells.
let's see. I can bring this over. Let's take our 10 here. Well, I can see if I can also fight roll 20 to be a little bit more functional. It doesn't seem like it's a browser thing. It might be somehow my connection or something in that regard that's causing some sort of issue. But I'll see if I can figure it out while we take a break here as well.
Red
Okay.
brands. Oh, dang it! No, that's no. Everyone's back. There's Elena.
Elena! You're back! I hope you're still not mad about it.
Isn't it accurate?
Well, actually, so without going too mad, I prepared lots of social-ish spells. So I've got detect thoughts and suggestion prepared.
What if their big brains make them say no?
And I can't get over how good that dagger is for my one of my melee strategies. That's really good.
All right, gonna be honest. This character might be super scuffed.
Well, what is he? What kind of paladin?
He's an
You broke up there, Reed.
Oath
He's
of
a what?
Vengeance paladin. I was
that-
looking. I have to just learn. It looks like if I learnt it, then I would have a generally better understanding of the whole game because you have to
Oh,
kind of do everything.
Vengeance is pretty easy. You got Oath of Enmity, so you basically pick the biggest, baddest enemy on the board, like throw down your oath at him, and then as a bonus action, and you can attack him with advantage for a full minute. So they're really good at nuking like one big enemy.
Yeah, the consensus I came to with myself upon reading about it is that he should probably be just a better Lycan. Should just be a Lycan who does more damage mostly.
Are you playing this guy for a while?
Definitely not. Just
Alright.
because I clearly don't know enough about Paladin class to play this guy
Leave
decently.
dead, guys.
So
I'm sure the DM will let you like modify a few things later if you didn't get it right in your like hastily character creation.
yeah, I wasn't even 100% sure if I wanted to do this because I looked it up and I was like, I don't know, do I just stick with Lycan? And then I like the opportunity of Lycan splitting off and then playing someone else just for a little bit, and then maybe something happens to Lycan, and then I'll switch back to Lycan whenever he pops back up.
All right.
But then
Well,
how far do I go with this other character?
well, do you have any feats or?
I was gonna look at feats, but because I'm doing it like now, I'm kind of just making him now. I wasn't really decided on whether or not I wanted to play another character or not. I kind of
Yeah,
just
alright.
made the decision in the session.
So I played Oath of Vengeance Paladin. Leland was that, and it was basically Polar Master with Great Weapon Master, and just hit lots of stuff with a halberd.
Yeah, this character is loosely because I think he's got more development in the actual game on my Dark Urge character that I was using in Baldur's Gate.
Oh, so you kept it as a Dragonborn in. I'm playing a Dark Urge right now, but I made him a human.
Yeah, I thought Dragonborn is kind of cool. And
Are you going?
I don't think I've
Are you going
seen a
full
lot
evil
of Dragonborns.
or like a redeemable Dark Urge?
In the game, I'm going to go full evil. I might have to be a little more restrained in this party, though.
Oh, hey, look. We have a... we have a bard also temporarily joining the party.
Bard
Oh,
wants to sing to us tonight.
yeah. Hope nothing bad happens to her and she can join our party. No!
Or like, you wake up in the morning and there's Bard guts everywhere. It's like, it was not me.
Not true. I do
Although
have
I saved Elfira in my Dark Urge because I figured out the trick to knock her out.
Yeah, they made it. They gave her a Minthara glitch, so you can have her for the whole game.
Yeah,
She
and like
doesn't have any dialogue.
and a Dragonborn. No, she does. So, Oh, not to have her as a companion, but if you knock her out before she comes to your party, to your camp that night in the Druid Grove, like you just knock her out in the grove, then that night a dragonborn drow, a dragonborn bard, sorry, comes into your camp, who's a bard in dragon throat singing and has like the weirdest songs and does like all these throat songs. So it's almost like the writers and the devs made it as like a troll, and then you kill that bard instead. And then Alfira is alive for the rest of the game and gives you like items and you can do her quest and everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Well-
there's like a special letter that you get at the end of the game if you do that exact glitch as well.
But they thought of it. They're like, well, what if they like someone does an exploit to knock her out to keep her alive? It's like, okay, we'll just come up with this really weird dragonborn bard that comes instead. But you can't get like basically they're forcing that plot point to happen though. If you're a Dark Urge, that you have to accidentally or purposely kill something to like reveal what you are. But I'm in Act 3 as the Dark Urge, and it's kind of interesting. It's a cool Act 3 because Orin makes like a truce with you, and it's like and so like she becomes the big like 'cause you still have Gortash, but it really becomes more interesting to like fight her at the end because in her mind you're doing what you're doing to compete for Baal's favor to become the next like champion of Baal. And if you're playing a good one, like you're still killing people, right? Like to win the game. And so she just sees that as you like doing murder. Anyway, I'm at the point where I've got to go fight Raphael, and then I'm pretty much done.
I'm gonna quickly be right back, gamers.
Hmm. Is that your character's name?
Yes, Proctor Salavale.
Is Proctor a rank?
Nope, just I thought it sounded cool.
All right.
Not all of my names have a meaning.
So like a proctor is
I did look at like
is like a university invigilator.
I see. I did not know that. I knew it was a real word. I've never used it before, I guess. I don't know.
That's cool.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with his character. It's just a name. It's not like a title. It's just his name. I don't know if it's definitely not in line with Dragonborn names. I looked at a bunch of Dragonborn names and I decided that I wanted this one.
Well, with your is a black dragonborn,
Yes.
so it's a chromatic. Oh, like you could do like ash or like don't do coal. It's been done, but um, like I've seen like blue dragonborns called cobalt or boreal, like just basically plays on the color.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with like I don't have a solid backstory for the guy.
Or he could just be like,
So like he could have been adopted. Who knows?
he doesn't have to tell everyone his life story. It's day one.
Yeah. So the idea is that he's well, I haven't committed to anything. Like even just that introduction, I'm like, is this going to be his voice? This will be his voice. Is this going to be his personality? Yep, sure. I don't see me being him too long, just because there's so many question marks around him that I'm not sure if I want to spend a lot of time building him. Because then I may as well just play him. But we'll see.
Cool.
This is what I was trying to was at when I was like, let me cook, because I thought Lycan was going to peace out and be forced to be separated from the party for a while, and I thought this was an opportunity to just play as a different character for a little bit.
I have no idea what you meant by that. Like, I'm gonna cook DW. I was like, I had to like look at, well, what the fuck does DW mean? I was like, maybe don't worry, right? I was like, I thought you're having.
Yeah.
I just say Reddit. I was like, is he mad at me that he's actually like cooking a meal and I'm texting him?
No, sorry.
I'm busy. I'm fucking
That is
making
not
my
what I
dinner.
was saying. Leave me alone. I'm cooking right now.
That's what I'm thinking. I was like, what is he like? Is he like chopping
I'm
veg
making
or
some
something?
curry. I'm cooking. Y'all ruined the vibe.
I was like, okay, I'll leave him alone. I don't already know what he means by that.
Alright.
I apologize. I did not mean that to sound like I was offended.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what I would have done if I was in your shoes. I might have gone like, got the other drow to do it or something. Anyway, it's all good. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I was like, I think it's a cool story moment for Lycan to stay behind.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Because that also was kind of what he saw in the vision, that he stayed behind. But
Okay.
yeah, I wasn't really 100% committing to either of the two ideas I had for new characters. But then I was like, I'm still kind of half and half. But we'll see how it goes.
All right. I'm ready.
So, you're approaching. How do you handle your approach towards these creatures? You said you want to take somewhat of a diplomatic approach.
So I'll ride my horse into town like it's my town, like this is my home. It is like I'm comfortable in the but I assume my intuition telling me that this isn't the same goblins as the spiders. Something about them. So and they're not to do with the tribe we allied with. So I'm just gonna ride in and put my hand up to signal my approach and to acknowledge them.
Okay. You'll see them shifting around. Let's see. Lots of again. There we go. Isn't it with their elongated skulls, kind of causing this wider area of lack of hair, but their veins are greenish inside, almost kind of a neon glowing on the top of their head. Their eyes are now completely neon in color. They gotta sniff around towards each other. They seem to not say a single word, but look at each other with intent and then look back at you for looking back at one further beyond, which seems to have an even larger skull, but less of the veins in his head. It's more controlled, it seems, in comparison than the others. But his eyes are bright neon green. As I put the other two that are in the woods on the map for visibility's sake. They're not currently here. They're still in the woods keeping an eye out.
Hmm.
So they do wait for you to approach. They don't seem to reach for any sign of weaponry or anything like that. You'd be able to at least note that the ones in front of you, the larger gathering, don't carry any weapons on them. You see no sickles, no short bows, nothing of that nature.
So I'm going to say in common, hello. What are you doing here?
You will notice them looking at each other, begin kind of scanning around, looking at each other again, like looking at them, look to the next one, so on and so forth. They look to the one in the back, and then he will exchange a glance. It'll continue the path until it comes to this one, and this one will say, "Best not to travel here. We are searching. You get too close, we will have to remove you from existence."
Well, that is very threatening. Someone to say when you're in someone else's home.
This is a ruin.
Recently a ruin, but it is my home nonetheless.
He seems to pause, waiting, and looking around again. And then it will say, "Take your things and go back to where you came from then. Do not interfere with our search."
Why are you here?
To search.
I am going to cast a spell.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
So I will start slowly approaching up with my hands up. I need to get this far. So I'll go to here.
Okay.
And I'm going to detect thoughts on that guy at the back.
Give me a wisdom saving throw as you try to do so.
Wisdom saving throw. Shit. Okay. I need to do something about that wisdom saving throw.
Just the.
Oh, I'm not blessed, but 16.
Zoom out, that'll be easier. Perfect. A 16. As you try to focus in, you notice on the surface level this almost highway system of thoughts just going right through this creature's head. Like, should we kill him? What should we do? I want to go search. We need to find it. Then they're also just thinking random thoughts, and you also feel like you're communicating with other things that are sending communications from other things. Nothing over here. Nothing over here. Still haven't found it. Need to find it. It seems like you just kind of connected your to like a radio that's playing every single channel. It almost seemed to overwhelm your mind as you try to maintain it. You seem to struggle, but you seem to lock on to at least somewhat of a clear signal from its own mind, and it seems to be telling them to focus on removing this one. And you find its gaze and thoughts seem to be centered upon you currently, while also seems to be handling the task of being a relay device. It seems that it wants you to leave at the surface level, and it seems really to think about you killing you if necessary.
Okay, well, I consider that quite hostile and alien, so I'm going to go probe deeper.
Okay. Double check the wording here real quick. So with that, it will make a wisdom saving throw. will succeed a wisdom saving throw. As it does, you will notice it kind of shakes its head left and right. You see the kind of words kind of blurring about with the kind of mixed signals as you try to peer in. It seemed to mess almost with the connection between the others.
Can I silvery? Oh, it's too late. You already said you. I was gonna like,
Oh.
oh, what can I do? Silvery barbs, but
Yes, you could silvery barbs, but yes, so you could silvery barbs. Let me double check something for silvery barbs. Sorry, I did jump the gun there. Let me double check something.
no, that's alright. I didn't think fast enough. I just don't know if I can do that. If I have to be an initiative or not to be doing that kind of stuff.
No, reactionary effects, spellcasting, you can still do it out of combat.
So you magically distract tricking creature. Must reroll.
It is a
And then
vocal spell, however, so it would be vocalized that you're trying to force him to fail.
Well, yeah, yeah. He's gonna fail. He's gonna succeed, so I might as well vocalize it. So I'll use it.
Okay. It will attempt again. It does manage to fail, however, it will initiate combat. As the brawlers hear you vocalizing something with arcane words towards their commander, they seem to ready themselves. Without even weapons, they seem to kind of channel energy into their fists, almost kind of this whitish energy around their fists. And
Do I learn anything about what's going on before they
yes,
attack
you
me?
do. As you probe deeper into its thoughts, you will be able to hear a thought within its head that relates that. One second, let me grab this. That we must be done with this conversation before Ruchithid gets mad. That we are not back yet with the shards. Is what you receive.
Yards.
And then with that, let's see. Switch over. Combat music here. Oh, goes right there. Perfect. I will paste that in the chat as well for you guys. There you go. But you do manage to get that parcel of information before going into combat here. Alright. I will also have you, Proctor, roll initiative. You're 100 feet away, just as a note. Gwen will not be initiative, she's going to stay back. She is not a combatant whatsoever. But you will be able to, she'll most likely relay to you to aid them when she realizes it goes southwards. And then, let's see, everyone is in initiative now. Perfect, so with that, Kalor, when you are ready to start us off. As you see the silvery barbs go off, as he tries to focus in, the creatures seem to react hostilely to him using arcane words towards the commander. And also, you do need to pass an advantage, Kepler, to someone or yourself.
Oh, I'll give it to myself.
Okay.
Because I think I'm the only one in range.
Got it?
You know, I'm just quickly searching up the fireball. So.
Okay.
Oh, you got the wand.
Yeah, I got the wand. No. Range 150 feet. I'm definitely in that range, right?
Better than 150.
Cool. I will. And what's the?
So you dropping the fireball?
20-foot radius. Yeah, 20-foot radius.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
Moment.
Just
I got it for you.
Oh, light them up. Messed with the wrong town.
This like, would they have noticed me in the background, or would they just focus on
And I
Kepler?
would
they
imagine
will
that they
now.
would have saw you there, just saw that he was the only one who approached to speak with them. Because you're
Yeah.
on the road, so it wouldn't be within cover or anything of that nature. They just weren't expecting you to probably fireball, but it
These
happened
assholes brought
nonetheless.
swords to a fireball fight.
They brought nothing. They have fists.
They are most likely magical in nature, and Kepler, I am scared for your health.
But they will do some saving throws if you can use fireball if you can
Oh,
spell. If I
yeah.
can add it to your sheet if needed.
Hang on, is it in my? Dot, dot. No, I do not want to open it up again. And I'll just roll 8 to 6. Oh my god.
Not bad.
2 1s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is your
Pretty much.
spell save DC again?
My spell save DC is spells 15.
15. Okay. Out of the group, only 2 fail. That
Is
is
it 13 your DC or 15?
15.
15.
Yeah, and as I do it, I just like go up, just cast a spell. And it's like, what happened to? And then I'll just say this command word for the wand. Yeah, what happened to the bleeping democracy,
Diplomacy.
diplomacy?
We're not making them vote.
not yet, at least. That's stage 5 of the master plan.
What happened to the election?
So I just sort of like democracy and like the explosion, like fucking hell divers.
Okay, so that slightly injures the commander. It will put 2 of the brawlers on death's door, and then injure but not fully wound the other 2 brawlers as fireball goes off, exploding spontaneously. And
Yep.
big ball of fire.
And how far am I from?
Your position, I would say you're roughly like there on the road.
Okay.
35 from the
And
nearest enemy, and 25 from Kepler.
cool. And forgive me, was the bless artifacts? Actually, no, I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use it.
It recharges at long rest as a dice roll every time you try to recover it at a long rest. So it won't
It's
guarantee
not
you
that.
have
It was
max
just like if it was bonus action or not, but I still want to use it anyways.
Oh yeah, it's still a normal casting for the bless spell. It's just a single
Okay.
target that concentration, so it'd be an action to use. But with that, then Brawler's gonna go. He's gonna move up to you, Kepler. He is going to use a bonus action as he tries to push his hand forwards in your general direction. But instead of coming in contact with you directly, you feel this thrust of telekinetic force. Give me a strength saving throw emanating from his hand.
Okay. Nope.
That will not succeed as you fall prone before it goes to attack at you. That would actually be an advantage as your first roll since barbs.
Oh yeah. So let's try that. Thanks for the reminding me.
Okay, so you are not knocked prone, but that advantage is expended to do so. It'll make 2 normal attacks then instead of advantage. It'll miss with both of its attacks, but you will notice this whitish hue as it starts striking you. You can feel this heft of force or something unlike it in nature between its strikes. Kepler, as you go.
Okay. Activate Blade Song. And I'll quickly say, I thought we could sort this out peacefully. And I will booming blade him.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'll get Kia to fly in on him first. I'm assuming Kia's up there somewhere,
Yep.
just to fly in and
She
then
would be
fly
there.
up out of range.
Sounds good.
Um. Okay. 19 a hit.
19 will hit.
Okay. It's not done the whole add my. Well, I guess it has. It's just not a very good hit.
Yeah, left side was the base damage with the thunder, and the other is the thunder if moving. It just was a low roll.
All right. So then I will
It
leave
is
him to himself.
missing something though. It is missing your modifier for damage. It is just rolling 1d8 and 1d6, but it's not adding your dex modifier.
So it is a +4.
Or sorry, it would be your spell attack. You're making a melee spell attack.
Oh, still +4.
It's okay, perfect. So that'd be 8 damage on the left, and then 14 if it moves.
Okay, then I'm gonna move.
Okay.
It's see if it's gonna opportunity attack me.
It will attempt to do so. Running its reaction as it goes to the wounded condition. An attack on its way. 22 to hit.
I'm gonna shield myself.
Okay, that will miss as you see that force energy strike into the force shield that you made with a shield. It will then. Anything else?
Yeah. Just keep attacking.
Perfect. Yeah, you're gonna keep marking. Yep.
So then I'm going to hit this guy with the. So that's 1 charge of the fire blade, short sword attack on him.
Hits. That is
2
lethal.
charges. Lethal. Okay.
As it is lethal, however, you see the psychic energy in the veins in its head from the pent-up energy within seem to explode as its head bursts upwards. I need an intelligence saving throw.
Jeebus, these are not what I thought they were.
So what happened to not running away at the first line of combat?
You will take 2 instead of 5 damage of psychic.
2 instead of 5 damage. Okay. All right. So I've used 10 feet of movement. 1, 2. Now I'm going to use my other to go back to where Color is.
Okay.
And let's just say they explode.
Oh, so you bring him to me? Okay, thank you.
Well, I'm here to help you.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay. One will go here. Commander will move up. Here, let me mark this one with the explosion. And then you will see as he puts his hands towards his eyes right above them. He seems to focus on something and then pushes his hand outwards, as suddenly a psychic wave of energy begins to explode, almost like a psychic fireball, causing the two of you to roll an intelligence saving throw in the process for me.
It's like really good though because like we're both good at intelligence.
No. Oh well, I don't have proficiency.
Oh, you still
But
have +5. Like
yeah, it's still going okay.
oh, I am not blessed.
So, all good. 24 is still more than enough. You will notice that that wave of psychic energy was enough that it could easily incapacitate a creature. But since you did succeed, you're not incapacitated. You will take half damage, which is 9 instead of 18.
All right, let's do something about these guys.
Then Brawler here is going to go. Going to use his bonus action to try to push, targeting Kalor. Give me a saving throw.
Intel,
Yes. Alright, strength.
strength. Oh, +0. Okay, straight roll. If ah,
That will fail. It knocks you prone. Before it dashes up to you as its actual action in order to try to keep you both stuck there.
thanks for bringing him over here.
You're you're still technically on the horse though, aren't you?
Yes, you start technically on a horse. Oh, speaking of horse, horse would count as a creature with a riding stat, and therefore it would have taken damage from the
Yeah.
psychic rend. So
Yeah. So the
he
horses are
is,
gone.
yeah, they are fading at this point. So he is actually not on horse. But this one's going to dash to then get a flank on you, Kepler. And Proctor.
Shouldn't I go before that guy?
Oh,
Because
is
he's
he?
got 4.
Yeah, that is weird. Why did it not put you above? Okay, all good. But you are 100 feet. A dash
And
would
you
give you
said,
60.
yeah, I'm assuming I'm not even on the map, technically.
Correct. Technically, you're
So
not.
I'm just going to dash.
Next turn, you'll be 20 feet on the map of your choice.
Cool.
And then with that,
I'm running.
he's running. Brawler would have moved to where he is. Kalor, it is your go.
I'll get up, obviously.
No, just lie there. It's fine. We got this.
Okay. If I shoot another being that isn't the ones next to me, will I still get disadvantage because
Yes,
of?
so long as there's a creature within melee range of you, you can make real range attack at disadvantage.
Fuck it. I'll risk it for the biscuit and just walk out. Oh, can't do that. Yeah, and I'll risk a.
Attack opportunity occurred.
Mm-hmm.
One moment, just trying to mark that prone off there for you. Okay, attack opportunity. Spend it, he misses.
Yay! Okay. 10, 15. And then I will shoot. Again, which ones were on death door?
This one is on Death Door.
Okay, yeah. As a fuck you to Kepler, I will shoot him.
What? Did nothing to you.
Hit. Lethal.
Okay.
His head will explode. I need an intelligence saving throw, Kepler.
Oh, thank you for that.
You'll succeed, only taking 2 damage instead of 5.
I'm just getting covered in brains.
Yeah, but just psychic energy from leftover thoughts. And then
Okay,
repositioning rolling there.
and then I will. Feline agility, I need to have some sort of movement, right? I'm at 0 movement right now.
Yes, yeah, it needs to move it to double.
Okay. Fuck. Should have done that before. I'll do the one on top of Kepler.
Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, another new person to completely dumbfound.
Yeah, and
With
how
my-
this works. What's that sound? What does that do? How does it work?
His brain just exploded. Ah.
6 damage, and I'll place it in the winning condition. Anything else?
And turn there.
And turn. Heard. Side brawler. One will go. He tries to move. He explodes in the process and is dead. Do the booming blade. With that, Kepler, does your go? Reactions back.
Okay. This guy's next to me spent his reaction, correct?
That is correct.
All right. So I'm gonna step away from him.
Mhm.
Just gonna go there. 10 feet to start. Just go there.
Okay.
Just gonna yeah, then I'll go here.
Okay.
I haven't heard any other commotion, like any other goblins running out or
You heard a dozen or more relays into that goblin's head. And you had noticed there was at least 2 dozen in the area originally when you scouted the place. So you can only imagine that this commander is probably relaying at some point through the channels that there is something going on in this area of Phandalin.
I don't hear anyone coming yet.
Correct. No one, you don't hear anyone coming this turn, but you imagine they're on their way.
Okay. I will booming blade him.
Okay.
With Kia helping.
Heard. That'll hit.
Okay. And then I'm going to short sword attack him twice.
Heard.
Probably a miss.
That will miss. That'll hit. That will put him in the wounding condition.
Okay. Wounded. So I don't want to be next to this guy when he freaking explodes. But he's gonna go right after me, so there's no point moving away from him. So I'll stay there. That's my turn.
With that, the side commander in front of you going to go. Is going to see if he recharges his ability or not. He does not recharge his ability. Therefore, he is going to use his bonus action as he motions his hand, and you see this psychic blade begin to appear and manifest as this white energy, almost like force.
Shadow blade.
And he is going to look at you as he casts a spell. You hear a discordant melody, trying to break into your ears, racking with terrible
Well,
pain.
that's too bad for him.
You're gonna counterspell. Perfect. You counterspell a dissonant whispers. That'll be the end of his turn.
How elementary.
As with that, the brawler here is going to go move down to the Kalor and attack. That will miss. Proctor, you would be able to run onto the map with a dash of 20 feet onto the map itself, anywhere you'd like to, or you could hold off and would be 10 feet off the map.
And that takes my action
Action to
as
dash.
well, because it's dash.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. I will pull up next to this Catman. I guess I'll run up.
As he like runs up, I would be like, "Have care! They explode when they die."
It is gonna die.
Next turn, though, right?
Next turn. I'm not familiar with my bonus actions yet. I don't think I have any.
The next turn, yes, in the next 6 seconds, they're for sure dead. Let's stare at them for 6 seconds longer. Alright. With that, Kalor, you will all notice at the top of the turn order the sounds of more goblins running through on the roads. It seems
I
they're
will-
on their way.
I will shout at Kepler, "If you value your life, get the fuck back over here and retreat!" And I'll disadvantage the guy in front of me. Yeah, disadvantage
Okay.
shoot. Disadvantage.
Let's see. Oh, that will connect to disadvantage.
Yep. And then one more.
He is on death's door.
Oh my
That'll
god,
hit.
my rolls are good.
It is also lethal, but as it is lethal, it explodes. So as you just catch up, Proctor, you're just within 5 feet of an exploding brawler head. So you both give me intelligence saving throws. You'll take 2 instead of 4, Kalor. Proctor, you will also take 2 damage. You're set to whisper as a note.
I cannot switch back.
Perfect, got it. Toggle is available to you, and query is available to you.
Coolios,
And
thank you.
then let's see. That was the end of your turn, Kalor. Or any movement?
I'll move. Actually, no, I'll stay there.
Okay. Kepler, it is your go. As you hear more goblins on their way.
And this guy's the leader, right?
Seems to be at least one of the leaders for this group.
All right. Can I see the dwarf woman?
She's technically off of the map about 120 feet from where
All right.
your ally had just run in. She is just observing at the moment as a non-combatant.
All right. We wanted answers. Kalor, catch. And I'm casting Vortex Warp on this guy.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
And not to the physically stronger guy that has appeared next to me. Yeah, sure. Thank you, Red. No, thank you, Red.
Well, he's gonna go here.
Let's see, 1 second. Let me do the con save. He does
Sending him to
succeed,
us.
so he does not move.
Silvery barbs.
Okay. You see. Use your reaction again. Perfect. I'll have to unmark that. Let's roll again. It will fail and re-ping that piece for me. Which way are you sending the commander?
I'm just sending him right next to them, so they
Okay.
can grab him.
Gotcha.
And then I will go to here.
Okay.
End my turn.
Heard. Side commander will go. He's going to see if he recharges.
I'll use Kia to go provide a help action on him, though, just in case anyone wants to knock him out.
Okay. He's going to try to target you, Proctor. with his Psychic Blade. First, then one at you, Kalor, and then one at you, Red.
I just want to point out, I'm pretty sure my AC is wrong.
Yes, I'm assuming your armor is. Are you wielding a shield or no?
I would be, yes.
So I imagine your AC is at 18 right now for chainmail assumed plus shield. And let's see.
Yes.
So that was miss at you, hit at Kalor for 9 psychic damage. And as you're hit by this attack, you will subtract 3 from your next attack roll or saving throw you make for the end of the goblin's next turn.
Who got hit? Sorry.
Kalor got hit just now.
All right.
And then you are also hit on the last attack from this creature. That is going to be 11 psychic damage and a 2 subtraction from your next attack roll or saving throw you make for the end of this creature's next turn.
All right.
As it will go to the side brawler. He is dead, so that means it's going to go to Proctor.
It's probably too late for that. Okay. I was just looking through my abilities and saw that I could have given the disadvantage on this guy through my fighting style. But it's too late. I'll move on. I'm gonna attack him with my Warhammer, which is technically not on my person,
Okay.
I guess. So whatever the roll for that is, I'll just roll that manually.
1d20 plus your strength modifier. And then a 1d8 plus your strength modifier if you connect.
Is it capital R roll or is it roll then space the dice?
You can do left bracket, 1d20 plus whatever modifier you have, and then right bracket, hit enter. Not parentheses, brackets like these boys right here.
Gotcha.
Natural 20.
Oh
Very
my
nice.
gosh.
So you're gonna do the same thing with the brackets, but you're gonna do 2d8 plus your strength mod. Okay, not the greatest rolls on the damage portion, but still 9 damage. Very good. He's gonna be into the staggering condition with that 9 damage. Secondary attack.
Sorry, bear with me. Oh, I get 2 attacks, right. Okay, I'll just do it again then.
A 9 will not connect. Even if the getting up additional, that would still not bring it high enough to connect against the creature. Then holding there.
I think so, yes.
Alright, Kalor. Top of the turn order, you can see several more psychic brawlers begin pouring their way in from the other angles as they are now converging.
I will. Fuck, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a step back getting that whatchamacallit, attack of opportunity off.
So it will go for it and attempt it. Actually, you know what? This time it will not attempt to attack you. It's gonna seemingly keep its reaction up for a reason. What would you like to do? After relocating your position?
Oh, cool. Can I like intentionally like do like a cantrip, but just try and go to counterspell off or something like that? Like,
You
can I
want
like?
to see if he will counter spell, and you're gonna just use a cantrip?
Yeah, just act like I'm about to like do something arcane, like a spell, and see if
He tries to counter spell if he's able to do so.
yeah.
Give me a performance check to see if you can deceive him enough that you're convincing that you are doing something like a high level spell.
Hang on, let me just quickly
And then
look up
choose a
Flash of
cantrip that
Genius.
you're using as well in consort of that.
Minor illusion. Guidance. Turn guidance into a lethal cantrip.
Let me just quickly ability check or saving throw. You can use your reaction to add your intelligence. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, but okay. Never mind.
Okay, it does not seem to get him to react. And then
Okay.
with that, I will have to step away for just a minute to use the restroom. I do apologize. And we'll be right back, and
All
we'll
good.
continue.
I have an idea on my turn. That is a what the fuck performance roll.
I was gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use Flash of Genius, and then that's what I get for hitting 2 disadvantaged shots, man. Like,
I thought that we could grab this guy and get away. Then I just remembered our horses a bit got whacked. So
yeah,
They go.
Kalor's probably going to talk to you a bit about what happened to running away instead of.
and read his mind. Well, I learned a lot.
Also, I'm pretty sure that's a hive mind. I don't think like hiding off into the distance would probably help.
No, you're right. Like if we captured him, the whole hive might know where he is. So, but you don't know that. Only,
Call.
only
Can't
Red
find us if
does.
they're all dead.
Only Red does, which he's called Kepler, and he's got the wrong photo in this combat. But just go with it.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna be right back, anyways, as well. Throwing popcorn away. Boop.
I don't know who any of these people are.
No.
I kind of missed the intro to the dwarf lady and what I was doing because I was making the character, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's me." I believe I know what's going on in Vandalin, or
Yeah,
I know what.
you've been observing these goblins for a time.
All right, that makes a little more sense. Maybe I'm a little more hesitant to kill them. Nah, I'm sure it's fine. I think this character could be really cool, but I just have to learn everything. I'm looking at the stuff that I have here. I'm like, I feel like I would. This is pretty good. I'm just gonna remember a lot of shit. I might need to like make a cheat sheet.
Paladins are fun. I think they're the most powerful class in the game.
Yeah, there's so much going on. And then I haven't even looked at spells.
Smites. Well, you mostly use your spell slots to smite. The only thing you want to make sure you're concentrating on something. So just normally just drop a level 1 spell like Bane or Bless, or the one that gives you +2 AC. It's called Sacred Shield or something. Anyway, and then just save up your spell shots when you crit, and when you crit, drop a smite.
Should I have smited then when I crit?
Yeah, then you would have,
Probably.
depending on your spell slots, which I think you have 2nd level, you could have done 4d8 damage to him as well.
I've got 3 2nd level spell slots.
Yeah, so you dropped a spell slot for 4d8 damage. Super good. That's how Leland was just like nuking things. Remember that Medusa?
Yeah, vaguely.
Like I
That
just
was like
dropped
a year ago. Goddamn.
I know, man. I just dropped a darkness spell. Leland can see in darkness. But he was just nuking this Medusa who couldn't see him, and he could see her perfectly.
I forget the Medusa fight. I'm not sure if this was the Medusa fight when we were attacking that fort, and then Leland had like a one-on-one with a bunch of people.
Oh no, that was
While
his
the
like
rest of us were fucking around.
that was his backstory thing. That was when we went to we had the Soon Spears fight a bunch of defenders to the island, and we scaled these cliffs to this like pool at the top. Remember there was like a woman up there who knew your character?
Yeah, I think that was the DM trying to write my character out by revealing that I had a wife the whole time, but he never swung that by me, so I couldn't really play along with that. Because I think his intention was the wife was going to call me back, and then that's how my character was going to leave the party. But he never told me about that. If he had told me that that's what he's planning, I would have been fine with it. But he didn't tell me, so I was like, I'm not just going to assume that this is my wife.
Demetrius, that was your character.
Yes, the lizard folk rogue who lied about everything. He's a serial liar and a manipulator. And never really took damage in a fight because he was
Yeah.
at the back line. But unless I
I'm
got into melee range, and then I was fucked.
I'm liking Red because I've never played a character who's a full spellcaster, and man, spells are good.
Red's pretty savage.
I'm trying to play him really good though. He's not doing anything sketch,
Alright,
like
here you go.
killing all the Fae.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, he missed out on that.
Oh. I was muted on Discord again. Sorry about that.
Hello.
So that performance, as you try, it is like you're like guidance, like you're trying to like mask it. Like there's a little bit of magic
It's
flowing.
Full resi.
Like you fully kind of admitted what you were doing without any trying to hide it. Thinking you're like, your head, you had this cool idea of everything, and then in reality, you just kind of like, pew, just fizzled. Anything else you like to do after using your action?
I went to take a piss. I don't know if he's
No,
back.
no, I'm back. My mic was muted as well. Yeah,
Join
I'll
the
take
Mic
like
Club.
yeah, I'll take like 20 steps back off.
Okay. So you're back up 20 off the map. I'll mark that as red. And then, let's see. I just realized. There you go.
Oh.
Oh,
Right
who's
there.
that?
Yeah.
It's the actual one. We're just gonna keep that one up top there.
And now on my turn.
Just too busy fighting roll 20 to get this to work at the moment. I didn't realize. Alright, then a turn. Kepler, Red is your go.
So I will point my blade at him, which is fully
Mhm.
charged now with fire energy.
Okay.
And I will say, I know who has the shard you speak. Stand down, and you might learn something. He doesn't know I've read his mind.
The spell states that whether the success or failure of the spell, the individual
knows I've
knows that
probed
you
him.
attempted, probed him in his mind. Correct.
All right, but I do think I know who stole this, who has the shard he's looking for.
You could assume that you're correct.
The wild magic shard.
He will use his reaction to say, "What we seek is greater," confirming that that is not what they're looking for.
Oh,
They are looking for a shard-like object, but they seem to reference shards, not a single one.
can I? I don't want us to deal with intelligence saving throws all over the shop. Are we into this for the long run? I look at the party. Are we fighting this out? Proctor just arrived. We're in good shape. All right.
Claw will look at
Proctor
you
is
like,
down to kill everyone.
I thought we were running, but sure.
Well,
Killing it is.
I thought that was gonna I thought that was gonna do it.
De-escalated, but it seemed to only fall on deaf ears, sadly.
He's used his reaction, right?
He had to use his reaction to speak. You have only used your speak on your turn.
Unfortunately, doesn't use his reaction for his head to explode. How injured is he?
Staggering.
And that's really injured? No,
That's
it's
what.
Death's Door.
Yeah, Death Sword's really injured. Staggering is within that 20% or lower.
All right, I am gonna experiment with this new dagger. I'm gonna cast Spirit Shroud.
Okay. So at first level casting, that will increase the damage to 2d8.
Correct. Say hello to my little friend, and I'm gonna.
You'll notice the
Boom.
dagger glows black and has this ominous tone to it as you have a spell casted and concentrating.
I'm going to.
Totally not
I'm
evil
gonna go
villain
over.
looking.
Oh no, it's been used for good purposes. I'm gonna
Exactly.
move over to this guy,
Okay.
and he's gonna get a booming blade,
Okay.
and I'm gonna key it a swoop on him.
Alright. That'll hit.
Oh, I gotta turn
That's
on.
still not adding your strength, so that should be 11 with 5 additional for movement.
And then I had 2d8 for Spirit Shroud.
Yep. That is going to put him in the wounded condition. With
Okay.
that yellow marker as thunder for explosion.
Let me just turn on Spirit Shroud now. Okay. And then, what was my movement to get there? That was my whole movement. So I'll hit him again.
Okay.
My second attack.
Go for it. That will not connect.
All right. That's my turn.
Alright, with that, Cywer Brother, one you just struck, is going to strike back at you. He's going to first try to initiate a strength saving throw against you, however, as he will use his hand, try to Jedi Force push you to the ground. So strength saving throw for me, please. For Red. You are standing.
Good
It will
luck.
go for 2 normal attacks. It will not connect with either. This one will go. He will again try to force red a strength save. Throw her up here so she's not within line of sight anymore. Okay. That is a knock prone.
Is he trying to shove me?
Yes, trying to shove you prone.
Can I use shield on this shove?
Not to my knowledge. It does stop magic missile and attack rolls against you.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah.
So with that, it'll knock you prone, and then the brawler will make 2 attacks, with 1 getting up and then advantage. That is going to cause both attacks to connect, just barely, peaking 21 and 24 for reference.
I'll shield him.
Okay, reaction is expended. Shield is up, putting you at 26.
I'm hoping this is a raid, everybody, that we're heading back to safety after this, because I am nuking all my resources.
This one is going to charge forwards with a dash towards Proctor, and then try to force Proctor to make a strength save to see if he knocks him prone. This goblin will still attempt to attack you, Red, even though you have shield up, as you are prone. A 25 will just fail to hit thanks to your 26 with shield. And then Proctor, you are not knocked prone in the process. The commander will go to recharge one of his abilities. He does not manage to recharge his ability, but he does get his reaction back. He is going to target you, Proctor, with a Psychic Blade, several of them, in fact. That is going to hit with 2 attacks, 1 just missing at 17. Therefore, that is going to be a total of 27 psychic damage. And a -4 to your
I don't
next
suppose
attack
there's anything
roll
I
or
can do
saving
to.
throw. As a paladin, there is not access to shield or barbs, to my understanding. So I don't believe you do have a reaction in your kit.
That's okay. 26, you say?
26, that is correct. And then a -4 to your next attack roll or saving throw, whichever comes first, before the end of the next goblin's turn. And then other creatures now with the line of sight are coming into sight. As this one will dash, coming into visibility from the tree line, the houses here. Roll 20 is fighting me to get this back in the right layer. There he is. He had just dashed to get to where he is now. And then Proctor, it is your go. Should I actually have gone? Or you should have gone first. That's okay. What would you like to do? You have a commander in front of you and a brawler on your left.
I'm going to swing my hammer at the commander.
Okay. Go for it. That will not
Yikes.
connect. One more attack.
Alright, and I will try it again.
That will connect, though he will use his reaction since he does have it available to perform a psionic shield, a shield of force energy, as a supernatural ability, raising its AC, causing it to miss.
Can I smite that still, or is that his thing first?
His thing will cause it to miss the attack, so you do not roll a smite until you confirm that you hit. In this case, you will miss because he used his reaction. 'Cause you would have had
Damn
a
it.
reduction to attack, and then he raised his shield. Oh, actually, you had a -4 to your attack on your next attack, so that would have been applied.
That
Yeah,
was
he
on
would have
the.
had a shield. Yep, he would have had a shield to stop that. So he does have to expend his reaction, but you won't be able to smite because smites are only expended when you hit. So you don't lose any smites that way.
Yeah, I applied the -4 for the first attack. That's why it's just 1d20.
Yep,
It just
gotcha.
my strength's just +4 anyway, so I just didn't roll the +4.
Correct. Yep, that makes sense. But yeah, so with that, he did use his reaction, which does stop that 17. And that was your second attack. Anything for bonus action like Shield of Faith or something of that nature?
Blast.
You can also
Just,
channel a smite as a concentration.
do I have? Can I?
Concentration smites have additional effects than just damage. Smites as spell slots do just damage.
What are the additional effects? Is that like adding my different
Like,
types of damage to
for
the
example,
weapon attacks?
Kalora uses the one for branding smite, which causes the radiant damage and they can't go invisible. There's ones that can cause blindness or fear. I would send them up on your sheet for you, but at the moment it's not working currently.
Yeah, I've got Wrathful Smite here, which is the psychic damage, but they seem pretty good at that, so maybe I won't do
Yeah, they
that.
do seem to be psychic based, so you might assume resistance or immunity. Would make sense. Or you could Shield of Faith to raise your armor class by 2, which could reduce your chances of being hit.
Do I get that automatically, or do I have to pick that? Because I do not have that on my spell
It's
list.
a bonus action. You can just reduce your spell slot by 1, and then we'll raise your armor class up to 20 until you lose concentration.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay. Marked concentration. Armor class is now temporarily 20. And then Gabo is going to go. He's the one who already dashed over to there. Gabo that is not visible just yet is going to move. Going to go between the homes here. Getting to there on a dash of 45. So this is going to be 50, 55, 60. Another one is going to go the long way around. 60 will get him to there as he now becomes visible. As Calord, as you go.
I'm going to braining smite and shoot the motherfucker.
And Kalor wanted to run away.
Yeah, I want to braining smite and shoot the guy in front of Proctor over there, and
Alright.
then up, revolver, shoot.
Crack down some fairy fire.
Shut up. Would that hit?
Let's see. That is a 22. That's going to hit. Yes.
Yeah.
Plus the
Then...
radiant damage.
Oh, hang on. We wanted him alive, right? Or no? Doesn't matter
The
anymore.
original was thought to take him alive, but then the hive mind might not be a valid idea.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe all of them will die when he dies.
Yeah. Or like psychic backlash or something.
That will kill it.
Yippee.
As he dies, there is going to be some psychic backlash. As he explodes, it is an intelligence saving throw. Or let's see, then psychic damage.
Is this on Proctor or?
It'd just be Proctor, correct? Oh, then the
Alright,
brawler
he's a new
next to
guy.
him. The brawler next to him does not appear to be immune to psychic, but he is a resistant, so he will still do an intelligence. And he's gonna fail, so he's gonna take 7 at resistance after failure, and then 15 will succeed, so you'll take 7 by success. Proctor, from that commander exploding. You will notice all the brawlers kind of shake their head for a moment, but it doesn't seem like that is the only source for their relays, as they seem to able to refocus quite easily. With that in mind, anything else, Galore?
And then I'll Hang on. How far is this from 25 feet? Okay. I'll just normal shoot the guy next to Proctor and hopefully not cause another psychic backlash.
Okay.
Revolver, Ocelot.
With gang of 15, that will connect. Just barely. 6 will hit. That is not gonna. It's gonna injure it, but not put it in any wounding condition yet.
Okay. And I will move. Yeah, just over here.
Okay, heard. Kepler, it is your go. Reaction is back.
All right. Do the veins in their head look not as intense because they've taken some psychic backlash? Like, are their heads not going to explode now for a turn, maybe?
Maybe.
We'll find out.
You're not too certain. You did notice that it looked like there is probably another relay goblin, like that commander was, as it did seem to take them that long to restabilize. Maybe if all the commanders are dead, then they might have more of an issue. But that seemed to be
Fuck.
one.
All right, I'm going to Kia to swoop down on this guy.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, this guy. And I'm going to hit him with Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
And I hope my plus dex modifier is hitting this one too.
That will
Oh,
certainly
go
connect.
away.
Oh, that is more than dead.
Oh,
Jesus.
and this guy is gonna take the 11 fire
11,
damage.
Yep, which is also enough to kill him.
Oh, am I gonna get splattered in brain now?
As you slash through the crit, you get 1, you get 2, and you're like, oh wait a minute. Double intelligence saving throws for me, please.
I'm just gonna roll 2d20 and it's +5.
Okay. Failure, success, 6 damage, then 2 damage after reduction for total 8 damage psychic.
Okay.
And that is 2 separate DC 10 concentration saving throws.
Yep. I've got +9.
11 then succeeds.
So
I was
because
gonna say, I think with the +9 you can't
'cause-
actually fail. That's right.
yeah, because that's right. That's Blade Song.
Yep.
Unless I get like hit with like 30
Yeah,
damage or something.
Yes, you have to get hit with 24 damage or more and then get a nat 1.
Okay. So that's my first attack.
Yep.
Second attack, I'm gonna
For
hit
it.
him with short sword.
Go for it.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck this guy. I'm gonna hit him. Let's see how it goes.
Hits. Heard.
I'm gonna hit him with the fire damage, 2d10.
Okay. Just enough for lethal. He's dead as well. Explosion happens.
Intelligence saving throw.
Yep. Two damage after reduction of 5.
Okay. And now I'm gonna turn to this guy,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna hit him with 2 short sword attacks. This is what this dagger has
Mhm.
done. This dagger is amazing.
That'll hit. And then 14. That will just miss.
Okay. And I'm just gonna put myself here.
Okay. Heard. Mark you off as being prone as well. There you go. And then let's see. Oh, that one I go. This one, yeah, should have gone. So next to you, Proctor. Brawler, 2 attacks. Misses both thanks to Shield of Faith. Then one up top here is dead. That commander is dead, so Proctor, does you go?
I'm swinging at this guy.
Okay. That will not connect. You can also up arrow and then hit enter again if it's the same exact roll. Just as a note.
keep that in mind for next time.
22 hits. $13. It is on death's door after that hit.
I would like to smite.
Go for it.
What do I do for that?
What level are you casting it at? First or second?
Let's go second.
Okay, so it's 1 plus the spell level that you're casting it at. So that means you're going to do 3d8 at second level. Okay. That is lethal. Therefore it explodes. And there is a intelligence saving throw you need to do.
That was obliteration. Jeez.
Yeah, just a nice decapitation as the head explodes afterwards. That is a failure. You'll take 5 intelligence. Not intelligence, 5 intelligence. 5 psychic damage, putting you in the wounded condition. And then I need you to do a Constitution DC 10 saving throw to see if your Shield of Faith remains.
Sorry, how much damage was it?
5 damage of psychic. Then a Constitution saving throw DC 10 to maintain your Shield of Faith. That will just fail, causing
Bruh.
him to lose Shield of Faith. Armor class will go back to 18. And then anything else movement wise?
Doesn't he have aura of protection to increase his saves?
He should if it's not already baked. Yeah, because it's not baked in. Yes, so you should
I
have a
do.
bonus to your charisma of 3.
Oh, it is me.
So that would be aura protection. So I'm gonna do AOP, and then it'd be a plus your charisma modifier, which is 3. Turn that on, so it should have been a 12, which will succeed, so allowing to maintain Shield of Faith.
Okay.
There we go. D&D nerd
TYs.
strikes again.
I thought that was only for my allies, but I guess it's for me
No,
too.
it
That's cool.
is, yes, yeah. Oh yeah, if it was only for that, Paladins would be a lot weaker. Paladins get it for everybody within range, and themselves.
And that was just my first attack, right? Oh no, that was
That was
my
second.
second. Okay.
Wait a second.
I will run up to here. Just so I have wait.
Okay.
I have no bonus action attacks. I don't think. All right, that's me then.
All right. Psy Goblin Warrior is going. Prowler is going to go. He's going to move 30, and then he's going to look towards you, Kalor, try to knock you prone. The bonus action. I need a strength saving throw. You succeed. He's going to dash to you before ending his turn. Top of turn order. No other brawlers seem to be coming in range at the moment. And then this one seems to go to attack at red. It'll first try to shove red. Strength saving throw. That does succeed, so they're normal attacks. One will miss, the other one will crit as a normal. Unless you'd like to respond. If able, red.
Can I make that disadvantage
Do you have the
with
fighting
my
style?
fighting style protection?
Yes, if you have the fighting style
Yes.
protection, you can make a disadvantage. Therefore, that will miss. That'll end its turn. So one will go. As red, you see that crit coming straight for you, and then the shield from Proctor manages to stop it in time, showing his bodyguard-like role, kicking it in terms of instincts. This one will move up and try to shove you again, red, and then another strength save, and then 2 attacks. Following that, you will succeed, so there'll be normal rolls. One just misses at 20 with gang up, and the other one will hit at 23. Do you shield, barbs, or take the damage?
Sorry, I was on mute. I'll take the hit.
Okay, that is 9 damage, no worries. And then there would be a con save, but you automatically pass. And then Kalor.
Okay. I am just going to move away once more.
Okay.
Triggering attack of opportunity.
Okay, he will take it. He'll miss.
Okay. 1 attack, 2 attack.
Go for it.
Bop, bop.
Hits. Targeting one closer to you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, hits.
Okay, I have a feeling that I'm probably just going to be spending a shit ton of things. So I'm going to just bonus action, branding smite.
Okay. Try to make
And
sure you
then-
finish him off as fast as you can to give you space.
Yep.
Hits.
And
7
then
plus
I'll
brandishing.
plus brandishing, level 2.
13. That is not going to be enough to kill him. He is going to end up being on death's door.
Okay, I am. I'm going to cat's feline agility,
Okay.
and then. So I used 5, so that'll be.
Mhm.
I'll have 25 left. That'll be 50. So 50.
Correct.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. Is there any coming from this way or?
I would say that you would notice that there seem to be coming more now from behind you, where you were coming from a different portion of the road, and to the north currently. The way you're going is currently safe, but it might not last that long because you're now back in the kind of alleyways and the other homes that are somewhat still there, not there, in terms of destruction. So
Okay.
you don't see them
And then
immediately though, but that's not to say they can't come from there.
Yeah, I'll just leave here. Stay here.
Okay, Kepler, it is your go.
So they keep coming. More and more of them.
You did see 24 total from flying around, if that's not including any that were inside when you had flown around to scope out.
And they don't seem to be fearful, like we're killing enough they want to retreat.
They do not seem to. You get the feeling that with your understanding, as you tried to peer into them, that moment you realize that there's some sort of collective mind, that these creatures might not be fully independent.
And did I have a sense of how many were connected immediately?
The reason why you had done the saving throw was there were so many connections, it almost overwhelmed your own brain's ability to think. So
Okay.
it would be rough to get a number, but it was definitely at least in the 100.
Fine.
greater.
Okay, so well we know there's none between us and the fort because we came that way.
Mhm.
And the fort's to the south?
Correct.
Okay, we need a just fighting retreat. So what I will do is so this guy is that, so we've got basically 3 to clear out, and then we can make like a swift exit. So okay, well I'm gonna booming blade that one with Kia coming in.
Okay.
Not
That'll
great,
hit.
but he's got 15 thunder on him.
Let's see. Okay, now is it finally? It is still not adding your modifier to the damage. So that should be 10 plus 5, it should be 15 damage, which is actually lethal for him, so that's going to explode, causing both of you to give me an
No,
intelligence save.
plus 15. 15's when he moves.
No, but if you look over on the left side, it rolls your piercing and your thunder damage, but it doesn't add your modifier for the actual weapon with your shield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when you hover over it, you'll see what's happening. It's just tracking 1d8 and 1d6. And it's not giving any modifier to the roll for damage. With your modifier, that should bring it up to 10 plus 5, which is 15, and that is lethal for that creature.
All right. Saving throw?
Yep, 2 intelligence saving throws, that is correct.
Sorry, Proctor. But I get a bonus to his.
You get a bonus of 3, correct? Which both of you succeed, you'll take 3 psychic instead of 6. Then
I'm
you would have a
getting whittled
con save,
down.
but you auto succeed. And then Proctor
Actually, I
gets
just
a
checked.
con save.
I'm plus 8. Actually, not plus 9. So I have a chance of failing.
A plus 8, okay, you do have a chance, but you had to be a nat 1. Now you can't
So-
fail, though, because you're next to Proctor. You have a plus
Yeah,
11
okay.
with him.
Done. I won't do. Do you mean roll or?
No, with Proctor next to you, you
Alright.
don't need to, but Proctor does need to roll still, because Proctor could still fail his Shield of Faith, even with his bonus now applied.
Ah.
Okay, he maintains it. And then Kepler,
Okay.
Red's back to you.
So what I'm hoping to do is kill this guy
Hmm?
and maybe kill this guy, and then we run south back to the fort.
Okay.
So I'm going to hit him with a short sword attack.
Okay.
Oh,
That will not connect.
miss. I hit him with a bonus action.
That will just miss.
Dang. And then try again.
Hits. 14. He is injured but not wounded yet.
Okay, and then I'm going to move 40 feet south.
Okay.
And if he hits me, we'll find out.
And then he will attempt to hit you, at the very least. Whether or not he succeeds, will give me 1 second, we'll see. He will just miss at 20. There it
All
is.
right,
That'll hit.
I'll just say rally, 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 rally. We're heading south.
And that brawler is dead, so Proctor, it is your go.
And I'm off
Oh, yeah, moving
down
as
there
well.
somewhere.
Yep. Reaction is back, Proctor.
I will move up to try and take this guy on.
Okay. That'll just hit.
Did I get like extra damage on the weapon from Divine Smite, or is that only a specific smite?
It's only once per smite usage that you use. So once per spell slot you expend,
Fair
you
enough.
get the additional damage. 12 damage is just not enough to be lethal, unless you'd like to use a smite.
Sure, why not?
2d8.
Hit him.
Let's see if you can do it. First level spell slot marked off. Lethal. And yeah, you need an intelligence saving throw as you kill that one. And then roll a con save after that intelligence. You'll take 2 instead of 4 damage. Okay, so even now with your modifier for your aura, that will be a 9, which will just fail. And then as a note, this one is 20 feet to the south, so that means it is exactly 30 feet away from you. Sorry, 30 feet away from you. Sorry, 35 feet away from you. But you could start moving towards it nonetheless. For the last one.
I will do so.
Okay.
I-
So 5, 10, 15, 20. And then you already spent 5, so 5 off the map for you. And then this one I'll move back. Even though all of its allies are dead, as noted, Red, you start getting the feeling that these are like drones. These goblins are no longer themselves, and they are only following orders. As it will charge forwards to attack. Missing once, hitting with the second attack for 12 damage, Proctor. And then Kalor, it is your go.
Can I reaction the what's it?
Imposing disadvantage from your protection. That is if
Yeah,
it is if an ally is within 5
is
feet
that
being
only
hit.
allies?
It does not work for
That's
yourself.
the thing I got
Yep.
confused. Okay, very well. I'll just take this well.
Oh, good. That is gonna put you near death's door. As a note for visual identification.
Proctor steps door. Let's kill him now.
Take him out with
Okay.
him. No one's gonna ask any questions. She's too far away. Anyway,
Yeah,
we
that was
have.
a nice session. Like him back next week.
Yep.
I was going to
Nice test drive.
attack the guy. Would you two be okay killing that one, and I'll just focus on retreat then?
I can take the hit. I don't know if Proctor can.
Because I can't really
I
like
couldn't
push
take
anything.
that again.
Can
I'm
you
gonna
take-
get killed by this intelligence saving throw.
Can you heal Red?
I can heal Red on my turn. I can heal myself on my
No, no,
turn.
no, no, no.
no, I'm good. Can you heal your?
Like, can Red heal? Like, that's what I meant.
I can not, but I can move Proctor.
Hmm.
So you can heal him.
Don't you have the? I.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I've got a bonus action. I can heal him with a potion. But anyway, just do what you gotta do. I
Okay,
can figure this
I'll
out.
retreat. I'll dash then retreat.
Okay. Heard. You dash and retreat. Kepler, it is your go.
So Proctor is pretty hurt.
Proctor is near death's door, and so is the goblin.
How am I gonna sort this out? The goblin doesn't need to die. It doesn't. It knows nothing. It's a drone.
It's just relaying
So-
information.
All right, we're doing a full spell slot expenditure, so I'm gonna go. Vortex warp. On Proctor, and I'm going to send Proctor 90 feet south.
Okay. Proctor, if Proctor is willing, he will then move.
I'm gonna say yes because I think it works. Although I'm not sure how the protection oath works into that play where he would like
He chooses
not
to,
want to leave.
He chooses
Red.
to. Oh, yeah.
But I
So
don't know. I'll just take it for simplistic.
gotcha. Well, I would say that Proctor would know that Red is fleeing and not within range of the creature. So by him being moved, it still allows him to protect him. He's already leaving anyway. It's not as though he is doing a final stand, and you're not there. For example.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't
Right.
validate your
I'll allow it then.
Okay. And then Kepler, you're moving out as well.
I'll do a bonus action attack on
Okay.
him and then get the hell out of here.
Heard. Just misses. Last attempt. Hits. That is going to be lethal. And then just that
Save.
good old save. Yes, sir.
Thank God. I'm rolling well in those saves.
Alright, that's 2 instead of 5. And with that, as
And-
you... Uh-huh.
And we're running down south.
Yep, as you are running down south to regroup, as you can hear in the distance, the sounds of the creatures, the goblins crawling on the remaining rooftops and things like that, trying to swarm the area to regroup its forces. You manage to escape, getting Gwyn to run away as well. She kind of meets you on the side of the trees, and she's like, I take it negotiations didn't go so well, as she's running with you. And then that's where we'll leave it for tonight with her statement.